Hello, good morning, happy Thursday. I'm glad to be streaming this morning. It was a bit of a fun time. Came to a flashing monitor. That's never a good sign. None of the like normal tricks that I have of like unplugging everything, replugging into things, that was working. And then I noticed that there was a error in the Windows side where it was unable to connect to the graphics card, which is also technically not good. I had to install the new drivers twice. That was fun, but it seems to be working now. I've got access, like everything seems to be working. I was able to stream, like streaming is actually working, which is good. Sitsu, hello. So hopefully things are there. I also found a new playlist to try. It's only too close to 3 hours long, but it claims to just be instrumentals. So this might be good. We'll have to take a look at it. So let's jump into it. Because I've been busy setting this up, I haven't done any prep stuff that I normally do in a stream. So let's get that going. Sitsu, I can't remember now. Did I say hello? If I didn't, hello. How's your day? How's your going? How's your going? How are you doing? Awesome. That's good to hear. Okay, we got those things, and then we can launch all of these. Uncle Scientist, hello. How's my going? How going is your doing? It's doing well. It's going well. Yes. How's your stream? Also, I saw that you were streaming this morning on more leak code stuff. How's that going? You were trying the Z editor for a bit yesterday. Looking forward to see how it progresses. I think I've heard that before, but I've never looked at Z editor. Is it command line terminal editor, or is it closer to like VS Code type editor? Because I'm aware of Helix, and that's one I want to check out too. So many cool technology things to check out and look at. Somewhere between Sublime text and VS Code. Interesting. Okay. Only 20 more years and you'll be truly elite. Well, I believe in you. Also Rust with LeetCode just sounds hard because a lot of those problems trying to do them in a memory safe language just like feels like it's asking for trouble. I guess not trouble. It's asking for unsafe. And while unsafe is fun, it's also feels harder. But what do I think? I'm a high level programmer. I stay up in the clouds. Okay, so I think I got everything set up. You should be going now. Excellent. Then, what are we working on? We're working on authentication stuff. I think we have this auth. So I know I'm storing the state when it comes out. We have the create login URI. Oh, we had I was breaking things apart, wasn't I? It's like we have an auth section now. We have this handle redirect, right? With this stuff in here, where I have the fragment coming in, and I need to create. I need to extract this out. So it's like, okay, this is what it should be, and if we run the test, I believe it fails. So I'm going to have to add cargo test to my list of things to run in GitHub Actions. All right, yeah, here's where you have left does not equal right, where left has the access token, but it's empty in one of them and has this in the other. Okay. So now I have this fragment there. Oh, right. Take the fragment out. If I use the URL create, I think if I get the fragment, it does not get the hash on it. Is that I vaguely remember that. Let's find out. I have these logs too, which I do not need. Okay, yeah, we're starting with access token without the hash. So I can get rid of that. I mean, it's not really going to be that much of a difference yet. But okay, so I want to, okay, so I want to pass in this fragment. That's going to come up to here. I wonder if it would be better instead to pass in the full URL. Or I get the fragment with the URL and then I pass that in. Okay, I'm really curious here. So if I take this fragment and if I try to create a new URL, so URI equals can I parse? Can I query? Okay, so query. Oh, no, that's not right. Okay, parse the fragment. I get, okay, this is a result. It's log data. This is the parsing URL or fragment. Oh yeah, that works. Okay, so I can convert that into a string. So if we take a look at you, we're not calling you, are we? I want to call. Okay, so I can call auth redirect user from. Where am I calling it? Oh, the redirect. Redirect page. Okay, there you go. So I got the fragment right here. I was attempting to log the query pairs. That did not work. I'm logging. Okay, that's where our fragment is being logged. I want to now do what did I call that already? Oh, handle redirect, I think. So let I don't know what that was. That did not seem right. Hold on. I want auth redirect user. Okay. There you go. Auth redirect user. New. We pass it in the fragment, which I think is a reference to the fragment. And then that should auth redirect user absolutely has a pub function new on it. Auth redirect user. Okay, so what are you saying? No function or associate item named new found for struct auth redirect user in a current scope. The following traits define an item new. That was weird. Sudo, hello. LMS is going okay. We're in the funness that is authentication. So we're trying to handle login. So this is interesting. So okay, I have this pubstruct auth redirect user. Did I pull it in from the right place? All right, not that one. Redirect. I want you. Yeah, okay. So create auth handle redirect, auth redirect user. Okay. So I'm creating auth redirect user here, new. And then this is saying, hey, there's no function named new in there. Let's oh, I recently learned this trick. Let me close you. What is it? Split v dash h. Oh, split dash h. Oh, okay. This will be fine. Are both structs named the same? Did I make that mistake again? Okay, so then I want the. Okay, so we have handle redirect, auth redirect user. Okay, so here's this one here. This is auth redirect. So it's not that shouldn't be oh. Yeah. Ha. Oops. Exactly correct. Okay, so this is let's rename this to handle auth redirect user. Okay, so then you are gonna have trouble. And then down here. There we go. Okay, that's a lot happier now. Thank you. Thank you for that, Isisu. Okay, so parsing fragment error, relative URL without a base. All right, so unfortunately, I need something in there to grab you. But I can probably cheat. I can probably absolutely cheat. So up here, we get in this fragment. If we know that this is always a fragment, maybe I should pass it in the URL and then it'll always work. Okay, so that's Okay, so if I start with this, and I'm going to want to turn it into a fragment, and let's go down. Almost like I want to test new now. Well, I guess this is testing new, but I'm thinking right now, what if I don't do this? What if I do something like um, instead of fragment, we change this to be the URI. So if we do this, we have a full URI here. Redirect, we create this auth redirect user. Oh, this is wrong now. Oh, this handle. And we pass in the URI. What are you upset about? Can I find? Oh, right. Okay. Then we expect it to create this for us. Okay, great. Which means the first thing that we want to do is break this out into, okay, so we parse it into a URL, and that should work here. So this is a URI coming in, and I want to turn this into a parsed URI. We probably want to create a new error here. Let's head over to errors. This will have to be error error handling redirect, our auth redirect. Okay, so we have this. We parse the URL. So I believe parse is a result. Okay, so then I want to change this into a result. We're going to have the self in one of them, and the other is going to be a LMS error. Rumil, hello. Just wanted to thank me. Learned a lot from you. Oh, thank you so much. Which I assume it's through some of the courses. Which courses are your favorite so far, or like which ones are you going through and learning from? Okay, so then let's remove this and just do a to do. Okay, so you're upset. Cannot find fragment. Makes sense. Your URI. And then I want a question mark. Oh, I can't do a question mark here yet because it doesn't exist. So we're gonna have to do a map error. We're gonna take in this error here, and I want to convert this. I want to convert this into, what is it called? Our error. So it's going to be an LMS error, handle auth redirect error, and pass it in. I think I can just do error.toString. You could do toString on some of them. Question mark you. Okay, that works. Hard to choose, but you pick Axum, and you're currently learning Yew. Nice. I made those in sort of opposite orders, and I've been trying to do like improvement through them. So I'd be interested to see how you like the Yew course after going through Axum. Also, out of curiosity, do you have front end experience? Like, have you done front end programming with something like React or Vue or Angular before, or is this your first sort of introduction to it? Okay, so unused variable. So now we have that. We have our parsed URI. So this should successfully go in now. We have a parsed URI. I want to extract out. Okay, this is your first. So I'll be interested in your experiences with that. There's some descriptions and some like things that I put in there that like I think are helpful if you've like worked with front end frameworks before, but like I also try to like handle just explaining how not to worry about that too. So I'd be interested in that. Hopefully it should be helpful for you still. Okay, parse URI. I want to something that I wasn't thinking of. I absolutely wonder how auth0 handles this themselves. I want the auth0 SDK. Let's go to their JavaScript one. I'm pretty sure that they have. Let's see, is it the API? I remember looking at this up before, but I forget exactly where they do it. And I do wonder if they're doing I wonder if they're doing like just splits and manually figuring out. Okay. Client, I wonder if they have, maybe it's in utils. Partial authentication results. Parse something sounds like it might be right. There's a lot there. I vaguely remember reading in because I've looked through their source code before, but it was like a while ago, and I've forgotten how it works. So okay, process, prepare it for going out, get authorized params. Okay, that's not exactly redirects. Maybe? I almost want to. Oh. URL with fragment. Okay. Fragment. Open URL. URL with fragment. Oh, weird. Okay. So wait, what's going on here? So we have login with redirect, which is what we're doing. So they prepare authorize URL. Create that. Okay. URL fragment. So if they have a fragment, do the URL fragment or just the URL? Open URL. After the browser redirects back to the callback page, call handle redirect callback to handle success and error responses from auth0. If the response is successful, results. Okay. So you're splitting on that. Oh, but there's no. We don't have that because we get a fragment. If that's length is 0, return. Okay. Can I search for the number of times that hash appears? 3 times. Okay, so that time. Use get token silently instead and handle the possible login required error in the README. Okay, but that's just to read. Look, they're using a fragment here correctly for an anchor. I don't see that. Okay, so if I do auth0 fragment redirect URI URL. No, okay, that's. I don't think that was right. So people are talking about fragment not redirecting. Oh, interesting. So there's some people talking about that's not in the fragment, and it's in an actual real query parameter. That's interesting. That's potentially a while ago though. Okay, let's. The one I've looked at is the view one. Let's go take a look at this. There should be like a handle redirect. Oh, test, utils. Okay, more test. Like it's not really helpful unless it's going to like have something in here that calls. Handle redirect callback. Then you call this function in here. Log in with a redirect. Oh, and then, okay, so afterwards, handle redirect callback. This is a function. So this is true. Try, wait, this is auth0 client. Okay, so this is going back to, I believe this is going back to the other library we were in. Oh, no, this is auth0 spa. I want auth0 client. Right? This to auth0 client, where are they pulling that from? Oh, create auth0 client. This is absolutely coming from auth0 spa.js. Okay, that makes sense. So this is auth0 spa.js. Since you're wondering about it using a fragment, is that something you specified when sending a request? I don't think I did. I mean, I'm not aware of me specifying that. We can take a look at the code where I request it. I have this create the login URI. And so we have the auth0 domain coming in, authorize. Okay, so response type, token, client ID, the redirect URI, the scope, and then the state. Nowhere in here am I saying, please have a fragment that's coming back. I wonder if there's something inside the app, like inside the inside somewhere else, like that I can set and configure for that. But I'm also wondering if, because auth0 has come out with like a lot of interesting like stances, which I think are mostly good. I haven't read them all, obviously, so I don't know if like every single one of their stances is good security wise. But like I've heard good things about them from other members in security world. So I tend to default to they're probably more right than me, that the fragment is probably there for a reason. B4141, hello. It's going well. How are you doing? Okay, so I come into here and we are logging. So auth0 and we're looking for handle redirect callback. So if I now search for this function in this repository, okay, so that's Cypress. Now this is gonna be interesting. What does Cypress test have for this? Not okay, not much. Great. Login with redirect. Okay, more Cypress stuff. V1. I don't know if that's right. Well, maybe it is because that's the only one I can find. So static V1. This is HTML code. This can't be right. Okay, we're gonna have to go find it. It is in the client, just straight up handle redirect callback. So we're gonna have to trace it. That's always fun. So I think we start with index, and we're gonna find no handle redirect callback here. Well, that's fun. Oh, but it exports the auth0 client here. So where do you come from? Okay, that imports from auth0 client. Great. So auth0 client. What are you trying to do then? I stepped away for a few minutes. I'm trying to just see how they do it. How auth0 does it in their things. Because like we're working in Rust. I checked earlier and I don't see an official auth0 sorry, an official auth0 Rust SDK. So we have to do this ourselves. I'm wondering how they handle the hash. Okay. Handle redirect callback. So here's their URL. They literally just grab it directly from window instead of having it pulled in. They split on question mark. Oh. And then, okay, here. Login with redirect. So they're sending out something to log in, aren't they? Yes, this is assigning. Okay, so they're saying like, hey, now head over to this URL with the fragment in it. Am I supposed to have a fragment in it? I did not. I don't see that as a requirement in the documentation. So we head to their docs. So in their API docs, authentication API for login database, it returns a 302 redirect to the auth0 login page that will show you the login widget where the user can log in with email and password. And then when that happens, it sends it back to me. If response type equals token, after the user authenticates, it will redirect to your application callback URL passing the access token and ID token in the address location hash. This is used for single page apps and also on native mobile SDK. So that's what we have. We have this location hash. So it's almost like I feel like when this gets set up, it should probably check to see if it has a hash in it, right? Okay, so created. If it includes a code, but we're using a token, so then it would be, was there no else? That seems interesting. All right, well, I'm not sure what I can do besides. It just feels janky what I'm about to do, and that might be okay. I might just have to accept the jank. We've taken this URI. It's the full like URI with this. I get the fragment, which is going to be all these. And then I mix it together with a new base that I don't care about at all, and I get the query parameters off of that. Either that, because these have ampersands, right? Yeah, they have ampersands here. All I really need to do is turn this one hash into a question mark, and that will make URL think that this is just normal query parameters. There should never be a question mark. Hear this. So if I find the first question mark in here, the first hash, and I turn it into a question mark, we should be fine. That's what I'm thinking. I want the first one. Oh, you just grab the fragment, use URL form and URL encoded. Oh, that's such a good idea. I wasn't even thinking. I'm thinking so much harder. Okay, so we have the parsed URI. So then I have the fragment, which is exported from URL. Okay, so let's do. We have the fragment equals. We have the parsed URI dot. I want the fragment. Now I want the okay or else. And so then this would be a LMS error. So getting fragment. Okay, so now I have the fragment. I want to get the URL form encoded. So URL encoded. So where could I get that from the fragment, or how do I get that? Oh, use form URL encoded, which is exported from URL. Okay, so if I do form. I don't see any of those things. How about URL? Maybe I have to do a use statement to see it. Use URL. Wait. Form URL encoded. There it goes. Parse, convert a byte string into the complex. Use input as bytes. Okay, so if we do this, so I want just that. So then let so URL encoded equals form URL encoded. We're gonna parse. The input is going to be the fragment as bytes. you're going to return a parse. The names and values are percent encoded. Okay, will be converted to those. That's good. Okay, so it converts into an iterator. So at this point, I can just like for URL encode in URL encoded. And we can maybe, I guess for this one, let's just try logging the data. So log data, encoded data, URL encode. Okay. Now a crash right after this, but that's okay. Handle auth redirect user. I'm not sure I'm doing that correct here. So in pages, yeah, I don't want to send the fragment anymore. I want to get the full URL. Like that. And actually, I think I just want the URI. I think that'll work. Okay, here we go. Encoded data, access token. So it looks like it's a tuple. We have the access token and then the value of that. Then we have the scope and the value of that. It expires in, value of that, token type, value of that. Oh, nice. Okay. And then I think you're correct. We should now be able to put that into a hash map. So that's and redirect. Okay. So we parse you. We're going to collect you into a hash map. A hash map of probably strings. It's not always string, is it? This. Oh no, it turns it into a string here. So never mind. It's a string. Okay, you're upset. A value of type hash map string cannot be built from an iterator over elements of type cow string. Cowsters. Oh, I haven't worked with cows very much. I could make this a hash map over cowsters, perhaps? Oh, just underscore, and we don't care. That maybe work. Yeah. Hey, okay, so it likes that. Excellent. So okay, so we turn it into a hash map, which means I don't need this anymore. So let's I want to grab the access token, right? Let's see if I can do this. Let's see if this works or if it crashes. So I want to return a self. We're going to have access token, which is going to be the URL encoded. I want to get out. Okay, so I want to get. It's going to be not fun enough because like we have those options. I'm going to have to turn them all into errors. Well, that's not fun. But okay, if I want to get access token. I want to okay or else. I don't like it. I don't like it all here in this like one self because we're gonna have a bunch of these. I might want to like extract it out into variables and then just build the self here separately. That sort of makes it feel a little bit better. Also, we have a bunch of errors. So expected a string, found a stir. So then I want to owned this. So that makes you happy. Expected a string, found a stir. Okay, so then you are to owned. Mismatched types. Expected a string, found a cow stir. So now to owned is probably not right here. I probably want to string. That works, technically. I'm not super happy about it, though. So let's just do this. Okay, so that's to get one of these things out. Now we get the rest of them out is going to be fun too. So let's do, this is going to be 5, right? So the next one is going to be scope. Scope, okay, so if I grab you, so get 2 words, scope. Okay, and then you're going to be getting scope. Change to word. Okay. But I can't remember. Did you add the without the to owned now or before? I don't know if I don't know if I need it now or not. Before the to string. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't need yeah, if I'm going to do to string then yeah, you're absolutely right. I don't need that. That makes it 4 lines. That's so much better. Okay. So, scope. After that we have the expires in. We have the expires in. So expires in, you're gonna get expire now this here looks like expires underscore in. Okay, nice. Expires in. Here else getting expires in. Okay, so we got you. Now, expires in, I want this to be a number, don't I? So I want to parse this into a number and into a U32. I can't do that as an into. I can do it as a try into, maybe? I'll take care of that in a minute. Okay, so we have token type. Now, token type, we all know exactly what this is. Because I don't think the token type is in here, right? Is it? Oh, yeah, it is. Token type. Token type, you're on coded. Get the token type. Okay. What's next? State. Okay. Now we're going to return a self. Oh, maybe Serde URL encoded would have been useful. Oh, that might have, yeah, I could have probably turned it directly into it. Well, that would have been very useful. Yeah. I mean, it's really adding dependencies to any web project. Like the how easy it is to like explode out the amount of like data you have to send to the client is pretty pretty amazing. How quickly you can get to like multiple megabytes. Okay, so with self, now we have our access token. We have our scope. We have our expire. Oh, okay, that's not helpful. Expires in. We have our token type. We have our state. Okay. Now this is going to fail because your expires in is the wrong type. So it's a string and it should have been a U32. That's fine. Also, you need to be an OK. Okay, so one of you handled in expires in. So we have a string here. I want to parse this into a number. I think that I can do something like U32 try from. So it performs a conversion. Is there like a parse? Does not make me feel very confident that that's actually something that exists. Not that one. I want this browser. There is a, what is it? I want, oh, just parsing the end of OK or else instead of toString. I don't think that there's a parse like that, but I could be wrong. And I don't really parse things into numbers too much. It's like funny how I used to do that all the time, and now I don't like do that anymore. Parses this string slice into another type. Because parse is so general, I have to probably give it the type U32. Which is okay, and then you're a result. So then I need to convert this. So then this is going to be a map the error. Okay, so I think that works. I think that's going to do it. Okay, so create the auth redirect user. We should not have an error here, but we can return. We can put a result in here. So we'll have a result. We don't have anything there. On this one, we have an LMS error. Okay, so we have our sample URI. We have the redirect user. Okay, so we create the redirect user and we hand that in there. Okay, and then put in a question mark here. Down here, we have to add in OK. We create that object, and then we assert equal there. Okay, so we should be able to test this now. See if it works. Failed. Okay. Well, we're getting really close. So why did it fail? It failed. Left did not equal to right. Okay, so what do we got here? So we have access token. So that equals to access token. I mean, so that part already looks good. Then we have scope. Oh, look at this. Scope, OpenID like that. Oh, so my right one is incorrect. Yeah, I accidentally left this as parentheses encoded. So you are going to be spaces for these, which is what I actually want. Okay, let's try this again. There we go. Our tests are passing now. So we are okay. So we're handling the URL in that we're getting this object now. So we can successfully create the handle auth redirect user, which is great. This implements debug. I wonder if I can log this out. Okay, so if I go into auth redirect, so that handle auth redirect equals to this, we will I probably need to set something up for that to sort of handle the errors in case we get them. I'm curious if how this is going to work. And let's try login error. Log error. We have our handle auth redirect. And our error is, oh, it's not really an error, is it? It's going to be log data. Handle auth redirect. Okay, compiles. Handle auth redirect. Okay, so we have our handle auth redirect user. We have our access token. Okay, so we have all the stuff and it didn't crash. Excellent. Okay, so that makes me happy. Then so we've created it. Yay. Okay, so what's next? After we create this, I want to I guess like I want to take the access token out and I want to stuff it into the store. Okay, so we take this, we put it into the store. And really the only thing I'm going to care about, oh, we can put it in a cookie which lets us know, "Hey, you're still logged in. You're still logged in." And we have this expires in, which helps with us with that. So I can handle auth redirect user like save to cookie. I don't think I can do a test for this one because I don't have like a browser scope for it. Makes me feel that I need like a utils, and we're gonna put in there. So let's see, where do I want to put that? I have a save to cookie in mod here, like store state here. I kind of want to now break this out. It's like store state would be taking the state, set like the max age and do all that stuff, and then yeah, okay. I think I'm good there. Now 70, okay, so the other thing, this expires in 7200 in seconds. How long is that? So 7,200 seconds in minutes. 120 minutes, so 2 hours or so. Interesting. Okay. So you'll be logged in for 2 hours, at which point you need to log in again. If I need to do anything that requires any authentication. I think that's fine. But I do think that the next thing is to save a cookie. So I want to create a like utils. We'll have a mod.rs. Head into lib. In utils, let's do maybe like create cookie. Or maybe this will be cookies. So cookies.rs. In utils mod, we'll have mod cookies. All right, pub function save cookie. And I'll probably need a load cookie later too. Because that way I could auto log you in. And then I wouldn't need to worry about, yeah, I could auto log you in. And I can use the token in there to determine, hey, are you logged in? Like, is the token actually good? Actually, you know what? The cookie will expire. That'll be good. I don't know if I need to return any kind of result or not. This is definitely going to be a side effect in here. So we're going to do this next time. All right, so I'm gonna keep that saved. Everything seems to be okay. My alarm is going off. I don't know if you can hear that. It's my hey, it's time to get ready and head to work. So let's do. Is there anything else we need to do here? I didn't change anything else in any of the other apps. So okay, we had redirect errors, lib. Okay, so everything is good here. So this is gonna be work in progress. We are still so what have we done? We're okay, so we extracted data from the URL when handling callback. Next will be to save token to a cookie. Okay. And I'll push that up. We're in the login branch in the case that you're sort of wanting to go take a look at the code. And I think that's that there. Don't necessarily have anything else. So ToggleBit streaming. So is Mr. Halsey. We've rated Mr. Halsey a lot recently. Let's go ahead and raid Mr. ToggleBit. Well, ToggleBit's doing a keyboard build stream. Oh, that's so fascinating. I've never done a physical keyboard build before. That sounds fun. So let me go ahead and set that up. Create the channel. ToggleBit. Start the raid. So tomorrow I'll be back here at 7 a.m. Mountain Time to continue working on this. And we'll see how far we get with login. I sort of forget exactly where in the entire process we are. We got the token coming in. We have to handle that, store it into cookies. We have to get the user object, and then we have to store that locally, and then do another redirect internally and change some things on the screen to show that we're logged in. So we're close. I think we're over halfway done. I think so. Anyways, I hope that you all have a great rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow morning. Bye.